What the fuck? How did that happen?
Nope. It's not coming. Nope. It's not there. It's gone.
It's out of there.
Gone. It's gone.
And that's because
I'm not gonna find it.
That's because you're on another episode of Jump to Hyperspace, and we're definitely in the rocket ship.
Hopefully your luggage
floating
is
through the sky, lit up. Hey, I will fucking get your ass a remix in this bitch. Little light, Stein. Ooh.
There it is.
But,
there it is.
It's your co-pilots, Jake and Ant. As you see, my man's is taking off now. I love to see it. We love to see it. And you all don't know what else we love to see is when you caress that like button.
Thumb exercise. Do it.
Touch it now.
Do it.
Touch it now.
Exercise your thumbs.
Do what it do, baby.
Exercise your goddamn
Tickle
thumbs.
it.
Do it. Right fucking now.
Right. I felt like that was enough. We're sorry to have to get on you like that. We don't want to be like that. But you're making us.
Is what it is.
Also, jump in the comments. Make friends in the comments.
Because we don't have any.
It just helps. Yeah, because we don't. And it helps the show along. It helps us with the algorithms, I believe. Some of that propaganda, whatever. But we're back.
Yeah.
Jake.
We're back.
What's up, Jake? What's going on, bro?
I need another moment before we get started.
It's Rip City.
Look, man, it's...
What are we touching on first? Oh, shout out to my new golf ball.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Yeah. There it is, in focus.
Swinging them.
Boom.
Ooh, yeah. Boom.
And that's sick.
That's gnarly. Okay.
So I also had a Spidey one, but I lost that on the freeway somewhere. Shout out to Viking Meadow. I crushed it. Yeah, but it's sliced. Ooh. It's sliced so bad. Yeah.
No cars hit?
So it's gone. No, I'm lying. I probably sent it to Wisconsin or something, but it's gone. It's gone. But I do have the Hulk, and I'm waiting to use this one because I have a tournament coming up.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Already in the tournaments, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Just
already.
Hang, huh? Already.
Just dropping them down, smooth on the green.
Cool. Hey.
And hit them up.
I mean, hey, those greens
are smooth,
right so I would imagine it would feel good.
Put them in the holes, you know. I put balls in holes. That's what I do now.
That's what you. Hey, about time.
About time.
I mean, I don't know what else to say to that.
About time.
Congratulations.
Yes. Before we get crazy sidetracked, what do you want to discuss first? Black Widow or Loki?
We could discuss Black Widow.
Let's do it, because I know that one's been chomping at your ass. You're ready to fire off on it per usual.
I'm ready to fire off.
And that's why I wore my y'all crazy shirt. Shout out to mine.
Look, man, it's not a problem with if you take the movie in a vacuum by itself. It's a good spy movie. It's a great spy movie, and it's a good Marvel movie. Like, just if you take it in a vacuum by itself.
All right.
Now.
I'm going to try to follow. Go ahead.
Let me get to some things here. Yeah, go ahead, take a drink. Do what you do. Let me get to some things here. First and foremost, it's really hard to watch a movie about a character that you already know where this is going. Because we already know that she's dead. This movie should have came out 5 years ago. This movie should have came out either before Infinity War or in between Infinity War and Endgame. Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow should have gotten her solo movie long before Captain Marvel got hers. We've been down to ride with Black Widow for the last 13 years. She should have had her movie for the first fucking go-round.
Yeah.
She should have gotten a solo movie. So the timing of the movie kind of sucks. Because it kind of felt like
Let me pose a question within that, because you're
Mhm.
speaking of timing, and it reminded me. Did you think they did a good job of explaining the timeline of the movie?
Yeah, I think they did.
Okay.
I think it was just I think it took place over the course of I think it was just a long weekend. I'm trying to hide. Oh shit, I can't
Yeah.
hide. Now I gotta
I
go
mean,
try
they
and
jump back,
you
like they go
know
to Ohio, 1995.
right. But like I'm saying,
You
like
know,
the crux of the story, the main part of the story
is
takes
after
place like over like 3 days. It takes place in between Civil War and right before
Infinity.
the ending scene is her getting that Quinjet to go get Steve to go break everybody out of the raft. So it's kind of like this like little like long weekend between then. It's like it's I mean I can't imagine it'd be longer than like 5 days that whole movie took place. If you take out the end credit scene where she's visiting Natasha's grave, and if you take out the scene of them in Ohio. So if you just take the events of
Yeah. You're
from
cutting off more of the origin in that sense, though. If you take out the 1995 Ohio shit.
right. But I'm saying I think that this story because so I don't think we were gonna get. I don't think we got the Budapest story. We got the Budapest story within the movie. I I was hoping we were gonna get like a full Budapest movie, but it wasn't. I guess Budapest, as they say in the movie. But
Yeah.
because I think that they just wanted a singular Black Widow movie, they didn't want to put Clint Hawkeye in it to take away from it. Because he's still alive, he's still got shit to do, and he's got his own show. So they had to give her a completely different backstory or mission, and then we got to see kind of what happened with that. Um, so
Yeah.
I thought the timing of it. I think the timing of the movie sucks. Like like the fact that we already got we got Infinity War, Captain Marvel, Endgame, Far From Home, WandaVision, Captain Winter Soldier, Loki, and then you make us backtrack to a character that we cared about, that we mourned, and that we lost, and that we should have seen that movie 3 4 years ago.
What would it have done for you three, four
I think
years
it would
ago
I think it would
that
have
it
served. Well,
that it doesn't do now?
I think it's the same thing as like what it does for me now. What it would do for me differently is that I could sit and watch the movie in anticipation because it's a story that is continuing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we get Civil War, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, we're gonna give you a Black Widow movie, and we're gonna show you like some Black Widow shit." And maybe yeah, okay, cool. Because then we get the
Mm-hmm.
continuation of her story, and then we get the growth. We get to see her revisit her sister, like rekindle her love with her sister, and they rebuild that relationship.
Yeah.
That whole family theme. I think her death in Endgame would have meant even more. Like, because now all of a sudden, when she dies in Endgame, when we're watching it, it's like, oh yeah, she sacrificed herself, and she lost the Avengers. But if we were watching it
But could
knowing,
we?
but if we were watching it
Uh,
knowing that she had just spent that time patching things up with her sister, her quote unquote mom, her dad, saving the world, trying to get rid of the Black Widow protocol, trying to save all these women from enslavement and mind control. And then we fast forward, and then all of a sudden she goes through the shit in Endgame or in Infinity War, and then she goes through and then she dies at Endgame. I just feel like that journey would have been a little bit better, rather than we're seeing her die. We've mourned her not only through the movie but through the other characters. We've gotten other movies from it. We've gotten other
mm-hmm.
movies beyond it. We've gotten TV shows. We've moved on to the next phase. And
Mm-hmm.
you're like, all right, back it up here. Wait a minute. Remember that girl that jumped off a cliff? She's actually survived worse falls. because we saw her fucking fall off that like 5th story window and took a harder fall than Cap
That's
in
true.
fucking Civil War, and she just got up like it was no big deal.
That is very true. And she hit shit on the way down. Like a goddamn Plinko.
Hard. Douche, douche,
Yeah.
douche. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just, like to me, like I enjoy prequels to a point, but with the way that Marvel has built their cinematic universe, I feel like she should have gotten her movie long before. I just felt like this was like an obligatory, like, oh shit, we killed her off and we never actually gave her a movie.
The only thing with that, I mean, yeah, but then the only thing with that now, the end credit scene doesn't work.
No, but you could have given us a different end credit scene. You could have, and
True.
you could have given us that end credit scene.
In what fashion?
You still could have given us that. You could have given
3 or
us
4 years ago, she wasn't dead. So what would be the driving force for the Hawkeye series? In that case,
all right, I'll give you that. But you could have come up with a different end credit scene, because it seems like Yelena
Definitely
has
could've.
been. It seems like Yelena's been working for Val for a while, and whoever
Yeah.
that dark, organization is. So you
Hold on,
could've-
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are we excited about that?
Yes.
And where she goes with that and the U.S. agent?
Yes.
I am as well.
Yeah, I am.
I want to see that.
That's my thing, is that, like, if you would have built up to that, like, you give us that end credit scene, we're like, well, who the fuck is? Why is Mary Louise Dreyfus here?
We are recording.
Woo!
You get. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. Bless you.
All right. Bless you, he said. That's the last one now. You're getting greedy. Yeah, where were we? She just sneezed my damn thought process out of the building. Valentina.
No, saying, like, yeah, so like if
their series.
So you give us that, and then all of a sudden, because Marvel fans, we're nuts. We've watched these movies over and over and over again. So we're like, what's Val doing? What's Florence like? What was this all about? Then all of a sudden you give us Infinity War, and then we get a movie and then we get Captain Marvel, and then we get Endgame, and then we get Far From Home, and it's kind of just like, here and there, and you kind of forget about it, and then all of a sudden she pops up again in fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier, and you're like, oh shit. And what if her and Yelena show up together to recruit U.S. agent? They're like, this is what we're doing.
True.
You know what I mean?
You definitely would have got a different. It would have been a different story.
Yeah,
it would have been a different story.
It would have driven it just a little bit differently, but it still would have worked, and it would have. I think it would have had a better emotional drive, because I feel like we just got this movie so that we could get an end credit scene, because we did, like, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's not. It just, to me, like, I felt like we should have gotten this movie long before.
Yeah, I know a lot of people feel like that, and it's not. You're not necessarily wrong. Like, definitely could have had it. Again, she's been in the universe since the first fucking movie.
The second Iron Man.
Or second Iron Man. Yeah, like, she's been here for a while. So
for a while, and she's been a prominent character too. She's not like just some weird background character who shows up every once in a while.
Yeah,
like, she has a heavy role, and to just treat her like a sidekick, and then decide to give her own movie after she dies. It's like, come on, man. Like, just that was one kind of like, okay, like, I'm kind of sitting through watching it, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Like, you went through all this, but I already know what happens ultimately at the end of this.
Right. So did you think it was harder for you to enjoy the movie knowing, like, this is it for Scarlet?
No, it just didn't have the emotional impact that I feel like it should have. I know that some people might say, well, it might have the emotional impact in the way that now that you see that she sacrificed herself and what she left behind, that we didn't see before.
True.
I can
Family.
see that. I can completely see that.
She left her family.
That thinking behind it. Sure, why not? But I felt like with a character like that you treated like a sidekick and then made such a big sacrifice for us to have to and then giving us all this other stuff after it. If that movie had dropped like immediately after Endgame instead of Far From Home,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of backtracked a little bit and the wound was still fresh, it might do it for me. But because I've already seen so much and in a sense mourned Natasha's sacrifice, to me, like, it just, it didn't have the same emotional impact as I felt like it should have and it could have.
Yeah.
And I see the other way of thinking that other people are like, well, now we see what she left behind. Because I understand the thought process behind prequels. I'm not a prequel hater. Sometimes I do like seeing what happened before, even though I know, like, I knew what was going to happen with Darth Vader, but I still wanted to see the story.
Right.
I just
Speaking
feel like
of her family,
ill placed.
Speaking of her family, how do we get the Red Guardian or Shield? Where do we get him? What's his name?
Alexei?
Yes. Where do we get? What's his superhero name?
The Red Guardian.
Guardian. There we go. All right. I said Red Guard. Where do we see him coming back into the MCU? Do we enjoy Hopper?
I did, but I don't see him coming back. I think it was kind of a one-off. He might have like a cameo somewhere, but I don't see them putting money or stock into it, especially when he's got Stranger Things going.
But true.
And Disney and Marvel have announced that they're not doing long-term contracts anymore with actors.
I didn't know that.
So it's you know what I mean? I could see this just being like a one-off. Like, he's just there, and maybe we get his mention somewhere again down the line, but it's not. I don't think his character. I liked his character, but I don't think his character was strong enough to make a run at getting his own series.
I got you. He's a dope character. Very interesting to know. Like, he was the Soviet Union's Captain America. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, what could have been? What battles could have they had? Or definitely.
Yeah. The other problem I had with
he was funny as shit.
Oh, dude, he was. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
when he broke that dude's wrist.
Yeah. He's crying. He's fake crying. He's talking shit.
Are you calling me a liar?
Yeah. What are you getting ready to say?
So, and I want to get your thoughts on this too. Because I felt like across the board. Have you ever watched a movie or seen a TV show and you see something afterwards, some like either behind the scenes shit or somebody points out like an error in editing and you can't not see it anymore and it kind of wrecks the film for you? Have you ever done that? Have you ever seen that before? Does that ever happen to you? No?
Not that I could think of, no.
Like the Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones, like you just see it every time. And you're just like, oh, god damn it! Like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like, it doesn't like ruin it for you, but it just you're kind of like, what the fuck, you guys? Like, why are we being so lazy? That doesn't. You don't watch it again and you see it and you're like, come on, you fucked that one up.
That is hilarious. I think that's my reaction usually. Like, hell no. Somebody getting fired.
My issue is okay, so they made a big deal out of especially in the marketing, they made a big deal out of Taskmaster. Having the vibranium claws, having the mask, the shield, doing all this cool shit.
Yeah.
I I don't give a shit if you gender swap or if you change out the character, but don't be lazy about it.
Yeah, there was a lot of laziness.
There was a lot of laziness in swapping that character out.
There
Like that,
was.
you could have gone a lot unlazy other than her just being microchip. She basically was like an avatar, like a video game avatar that her dad just, I'm gonna hop on the game real quick. Like that's what she was. Yeah, I mean, all that visor did fed it back to the screen that he was watching. Like it's just, and here's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
Now this is where I'm like, okay, why even go through the fucking trouble? So you went through all this trouble of changing Taskmaster's backstory, making him a woman, trying to get us to somehow sympathize with her.
Yeah.
But the entire movie, she's actually fighting a dude. So the stunt double that did all the fight scenes
in Taskmaster's outfit, it was a
guy. And then that scene where they reveal that it's a woman and she pulls her helmet off and it's that wide shot.
Yeah.
Somebody pointed out I saw it on Twitter and I saw it on Instagram. It's actually the dude's body and it's her head superimposed on it. So they didn't even bother like putting her in the suit. Other than when she was laying there like unconscious.
She wasn't in the suit ever? Besides the unconscious
it doesn't
part?
appear to see. Yeah. Well, other than when she got hit with the dust, it doesn't appear that she was ever actually in. Maybe it was her standing there, like they had her standing there, but they built the suit for a man. Like the man, it was a dude who was the fighting stunt double. So all the fight choreography that he's doing with Scarlett, it's a dude. That's why there's a scene, and I was trying to like think about it. Because that scene where she first encounters Taskmaster when she's going to go get gas, she is walking funny. Like the armor is almost too big.
Yeah.
And like the armor is like shifting. And I remember just thinking, like, I was like, what the fuck is this?
You got a little switch in his step, huh?
Yeah, and then like and it just looked like the outfit didn't fit right, and just come to find out that it's actually all a dude. And then you didn't even bother to like fit the girl for a fucking outfit. Instead, you have the guy and Scarlett stand in a room together behind a green screen, deliver the dialogue because Taskmaster doesn't have any dialogue, so he's just standing there. And then you bring the girl in, shoot the same fucking scene behind a green screen, and then cut her head off and put it on his body.
Why the laziness?
Why?
Do you think, okay, so what would be the reason? Do you think they were desperate to fit to try to up the female, gender?
I think that they were trying to make a female empowerment, like it's Black Widow. She's a female superhero.
What? Yeah. And not to mention her badass sister. Right. Not to mention all the killers that are
Black Widow.
They're all women. The whole Red Room is women.
Right. And it's a movie about a female superhero who kicks ass. I'm not going to get mad that you have woman empowerment in it. That'd be like getting mad at Black Panther for having a whole bunch of African empowerment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, duh.
Right.
So, like, just for me, like, if you're going to go through the trouble, and especially if there's not going to be any dialogue, like if you're not going to have the woman deliver any dialogue, you could find a badass stunt woman that you could fit in a costume.
Could have gave a job to.
could have gave a job to.
They took our jobs. They took your job.
They took your job.
They took your job.
That could have whooped that. Like, that could have been walking around whooping ass.
Yeah.
Instead, you did the laziest thing possible because you wanted it. I think they wanted to somehow get to the guys too, because it was Taskmaster. So you kind of put a male-looking figure in it, and throughout the whole marketing process, you make him seem like it's a dude, so that you can also get the male audience. But why even
not
go
to
through
mention
all that? Like, cause,
that's what it is in the comics,
right? So like why? So like why?
What's his name? Tony Masters, or
yeah. So like why go through the trouble? Why go through the trouble of?
I mean, I think it's what we
doing all
said.
that?
It's to feed that female empowerment and that need that's so
But why do it
vivid
so
and
late?
apparent in Hollywood.
But that's my problem, is that if you're gonna do it, keep the energy. Find a badass stunt woman that you could have gave a fucking job to, that you could have fit in a costume, that could have done all the same badass shit that I can't remember the guy's name, but the one stunt actor could have done.
Yeah. Missed opportunity. That's what it was.
It was a missed opportunity. And then also too, like, that other actress that plays Antonia, she serves no purpose. Like, unless you're gonna give me a Black Widow, like Taskmaster in the Widow series or something like that, or you're gonna do something with her later on, you literally just brought in an actor to superimpose her head on a dude's body for no good reason.
Damn, that's wild. I didn't know that they
it doesn't make any fucking sense.
That they had a dude in the suit. And then they cropped her face on. That's wild, actually.
Yeah.
That they did all that.
So like I said,
for the guy.
Like I said, man, like there's just things about it that I'm like, why? You've done so well over the last 13 years. You've done so well. And they've done really well at pandering to comic book fans. Like, over the last 13 years, the shit that they have put in comic books, in their movies, to pander to diehard comic book fans, has been incredible.
Yeah.
And so I'm not understanding the sudden laziness. And I hope this isn't a trend. I think to me, I feel like this was just like a sloppy, obligatory apology. Like when an NFL player or NBA player fucks up, and the team comes out with an official statement, we do not condone the behavior of so and so, but we also are not speaking out on these matters while they're under investigation. Like, that's what it felt like Black Widow was. It was just like, yeah, sorry that we didn't give you your own movie, and then we killed you.
My sincerest apologies, my lord. I want to assure you this in no way will ever happen again. It's been an honor to serve you, and I'm hoping you'll accept my deep contrition.
And then we let Brie Larson go on a giant man-hating campaign during Captain Marvel, and fucked it up so bad that we had to change the name of the sequel to The Marvels. Yeah, here's the movie. Just
that's hilarious. Actually, he makes some really good points.
Am I gonna watch it again? Yeah. Is it gonna go in the collection? Yeah. Am I a little upset about it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think we're in
I'm not
we're talking about Tony Masters, or we're talking about Taskmaster, and how they portrayed that character in the movies, and it's kind of a bummer in that sense, for the fact of their abilities. Like I think we were talking about it Like they gave him
again lazy.
They gave her a chip.
Lazy, bro. So here's my thing, man. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it. And I thought about this while I took out the trash. I'm a fucking couch critic, and I thought about this shit while I took out the trash. I'm like, why couldn't have you just taken the same backstory of Natasha, the Budapest story? Let's say, okay, she puts the bomb in Antonia's briefcase or in her backpack.
Yep.
And she does. She takes down that whole fucking building, blows half of Antonia's face off. But let's just say in the process, it actually kills Antonia's father.
Mm-hmm.
She survives, but her dad still Dreykov, even though her dad's dead. So through connections, she obviously gets the treatment she needs. She survives. She hides underground, and through the connections of the Red Room and that she has with her father's name, she basically like trains herself, like, or she gets trained. And you kind of give us this backstory of that, and then she somehow, like, maybe through her connections with Russia or whatever, she somehow acquires vibranium from Claw.
Yeah.
She somehow gets her hands on like some stolen tech from like some stolen Stark tech that maybe Ivan stole from Iron Man 2. You know what I mean? Like, you could blend it all together into the MCU, give her a badass backstory, give her a badass purpose. We could all understand that. Like, you fucking killed my dad and blew half my face off. Like, I was at school minding my business, bitch.
Wasn't doing shit, bitch. Trying to get my ABCs in,
right.
Ho.
And you could have even looped it to like a giant cosmic coincidence, right? You could still have the whole story between her and her family, and Yelena and Alexei and can't remember the mother's name off the top of my head. But you could have
I thought
still
her
had
name
that.
was Elena.
No, Yelena is the blonde, her sister.
Is it Melina?
Melina.
Melina?
Yeah, Melina.
Melina,
Yeah.
there it is.
You could have still had that same backstory. They still go to the Red Room because it's still ran by Ivan. But then Taskmaster, because now she's going around as Taskmaster, so nobody knows that she's really Ivan's daughter. Now she's just taking up this whole new mantle as the Taskmaster. And she walks around in this suit, and she gives fucking orders. And just like the Taskmaster in the comics, she's been training underground society. She's been training mafia. She's been training AIM soldiers, like all kinds of crazy shit off on the side because of her abilities and the technology that she has.
And in the comics, isn't he like? Is he a mercenary?
Yeah, basically.
Or like yeah. That's what I thought.
And he also he trains like mob hit like assassins, and he trains like mob assassins. He trains people from AIM. From like he's basically like, I would equate him to like a freelance Ra's al Ghul.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have his own set, but he's got him trained all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you could have even done that. And then it's her and the Widows just running a fucking muck. And then her sister somehow snaps too, because let's say that not Yelena, but let's say that, Antonia, Taskmaster, does use some sort of manipulation.
We're rewriting the whole script, but
not even the whole script. You're just rewriting her backstory. Because then Yelena still comes up with the chemical compound because somebody defects. Gives it to Yelena. Yelena gives it to her sister. Her sister comes back for her. And Taskmaster is now like, after she finds out Yelena defects, she finds out she's talking to Natasha. And she's like, wait a minute.
I thought Melina made the...
No, she didn't make it. Remember, she was part of... She
She
tracked down a widow that had defected. And then the widow blasted her with it. Remember, she cuts her in the stomach, and then she fucking turns on the gas. And then Yelena comes to and realizes what's happening. And that's when she takes the rest of the vials and runs off and sends them to her sister.
Yeah, no. Who made it though?
We don't know. That's the other. We never got.
I thought it was Melina. I thought it was Melina who made it.
No, she came up with the chemical compound to control them.
Got you.
But we have no idea who came up with the like. That's the other thing. It's just like was
Antidote.
this mystery antidote that appeared.
Yeah.
So like you could have and you could have gone that route, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, shit. Like I was, doing all these other missions, but now I finally get to come after you again. Like you've come to me. Now it's a problem. Like, do you remember me, bitch? Type shit.
Yeah.
And like it just, I felt like, especially like with Taskmaster, man, like that's so lazy.
Yeah, because again, like him having the eidetic memory or whatever it is in the comics.
Yeah, the photographic
is so
reflexes.
dope. Yeah, like that's so cool. Like that seems like a power. That seems like a special ability. But for her to just be microchipped and like controlled.
Because even that scene where she's standing there watching the airport footage from Civil War.
Yeah.
That was fucking dope. And if you just change that scene around just a little bit to where she's standing there watching, like, could you imagine, like, okay,
like
so
watches him do it and then she does it right after.
And then, she's like does it. She's like watching the Civil War fight. She's watching Black Panther and Cap fight. And then she like turns around and goes down to the Red Room and starts training them on those fight sequences.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
And then it's like, oh my god, this bitch is for like this shit is like Natasha's up against it.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, how did she get out of this one?
True.
I don't know. I felt a bit underwhelmed, and then when I found out that Taskmaster was just a video game avatar, and then I don't know, man. It just it didn't sit right. I didn't like walk out of the theater like, oh shit.
Yeah, the only thing that really made me go, oh shit, was the end credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Other than that, I mean, the movie was, for me, it was just cool. It was just cool. It was just a good movie. It was a decent movie.
It was a fun movie. It was
They're
nice
forcing
to see.
Again, with their agendas, Marvel's agendas to help with Hollywood and how they feel about everything right now. But huge undertone. Huge Me Too movement undertone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he was a bit Weinsteinish, huh?
He's very Weinsteinish. Very.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, I don't know. I just again to me, I felt like again, I'll liken it to like the obligatory apologies that you see in the sports world when an athlete fucks up.
Right.
Even though Natasha didn't fuck up, but this was still like an obligatory apology for them fucking up, not giving her own movie in the first goddamn place.
I thought her and her like assistant or whatever, that dude, the little light skinned dude, I thought they had a little thing.
At first. He was sleeping in the bed. I'm not even under the covers.
Right? She's like, should be sleeping in my bed. I was like, oh shit.
Well, yeah, because she kind of gave him that look when he was like, that's what every man wants to hear. She kind of gave him that look.
He was waiting on Shorty.
Yep.
Yeah. He was cool. He was a funny character too. Elena was dope.
Yep.
I liked how she like talking about her sister's poses and shit. That shit had me cracking up.
Just shit talked her the whole time. Brought a little light in the video, and it also, like, to me, honestly, bro, this you could have, because Yelena in the comics is another like quote unquote Black Widow, so like you could have spun this as, to me, like I felt like maybe this could have been a Yelena Belova movie. Because her story, to me, felt a little bit more... Because now, like, I'm going to get to see what happens next with her.
Yeah?
I'm like, oh, I just watched her go on this emotional fucking weekend trip with her family.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little clarity.
She was definitely affected the most.
Truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Found out that her mom was the one that came up with the compound that mind controlled her. And, or, her mom was, like, just... her story, I felt like carried the movie more so than Natasha's story. Just because we were like, I was like, well, yeah, okay. Like now we know
Is that
what
because
happened.
she's new and fresh?
No, I don't think. You know what? If Natasha hadn't died in Endgame,
Yeah.
probably would have had the same emotional weight. Because I would have been like, oh, okay, cool. Now we get to see what these guys are doing.
Right.
You know
but
what
now
I
we're
mean?
like, that bitch dead. Fuck her past.
Yeah,
no more.
she did. Okay, cool. What's up with her sister?
What her sister on?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Hell nah. That's hilarious. But no, yeah. Yeah. It's hard to get reworked up about her death.
Right.
You know?
It is.
And it's hard to care about her past. I mean, they kind of glossed over Budapest, but it would have been cool to see some scenes from it.
Yeah,
but of course, we're not going to see it because, again, it's a female dominant movie.
It would have done. I think they did that for the same.
I think they
reason
should have kept
Bull-
Taskmaster as a guy and just had her whooping his ass in the name of females.
What's wrong with that either? That's the thing.
Just
like,
whooping his ass.
I think, yeah, man, because it's getting over. Like, it's
too woke.
And to be that woke and that lazy about being that woke.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something, like, I don't mind watching women kick ass. Like, what the, like, I don't give a shit who it is.
Unless
as long as you're out here whooping ass. I don't give a shit if it's a gay dude in leather straps and fucking long 12-inch heels. Like, if he's out here sticking those heels in people's eyeballs and he's out here whooping ass,
100%.
by all fucking means.
Do what you gotta do, baby.
Do what you do.
Do what you do, boo boo.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. It's all fun and games until it's Queen Latifah as the equalizer, right? And then that's where you draw. I think that's where you draw the line.
This is where
it's all fun and games until.
And it's nothing against Queen Latifah. It's just
don't step on Denzel's heels.
Yeah, don't step on Denzel. Give the
no.
Queen her own role.
Let some things.
We all saw Set It Off. We all know she can whoop ass to take names.
Man.
We all know she don't mind it.
I seen Barbershop. I think she slapped a couple of niggas in that. I can't remember for sure.
Barbershop, Set It Off.
Taxi. I mean, not Barbershop. Beauty Shop.
Beauty Shop.
It's the female version of Barbershop.
Yeah. Taxi. She can whip and dip. It's fine.
Yo, Taxi. She was fucking people up in Taxi. Low key, one of my favorite movies.
Was
Jimmy Fallon
movie.
When they did that. They got caught in the room with the laughing gas.
Yeah, bro. That's like one of the.
God.
That's one of my. I ask people if they've seen it, and they tell me no, and I'm like, it's a horrible movie, but it is so much fun.
It is. It's fun.
So much fun to watch, and it is funny as shit. It's Jimmy Fallon at his height. Like, I'm not really a big Jimmy Fallon fan, but he was funny in that movie.
Said, what kind of car is this?
Yeah, right.
Said it's the Daewoo. It's like, that ain't no fucking car, bro. That shit be having me dying.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. It's a horrible movie, but it is fun to fucking watch. It is not. It's just good fun. It's good entertainment. Grab your popcorn. Grab your bong. Just have a good time.
Exactly.
So yeah. So
this is an unmarked car, a Daewoo. Yeah, I know people. I can't be seen in that thing. Oh my god, I remember that. That's a good movie, bro. But yeah, we're all for it until she's playing Equalizer, and then that's where you gotta put your foot down.
Give her her own shit. Stop taking shit and recycling it.
But that's what Hollywood does. What do you think the next horror movie thing is gonna be?
I'm honestly surprised they haven't retried Freddy Krueger.
What?
They-
Really?
They tried. I know they just recently tried Child's Play, and that was some straight doo doo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think
don't know,
it's
man.
it's
I
you
haven't-
think they're
I
gonna bring
haven't-
werewolves back?
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be next. You know what I hope?
What's up?
I hope Marvel kind of jumps into the horror with Blade
Oh,
and does like some scary vampire shit. Like not
That would
safe
be-
for work. Cover your eyes.
yeah.
We're not watching this with the lights on, with the lights off type shit. I want to see like some scary. I know they won't do it because it's gonna be on Disney, but
I mean, they're pushing the envelope a lot lately.
they're pushing it. But I don't think we're gonna see people getting their throats ripped out by vampires on Disney Plus.
What did you say, Christina? We were in the movie theater and something happened, and she was like, "You think they're getting away with stuff like that because of Deadpool?" It was something. Oh, when Shorty fell from the building,
Mm-hmm.
who was chasing or who had the antidotes?
Files? Yeah.
Yeah, and her leg was all like this and shit. It was all
Yeah.
to the side. Yeah, we're like, that's pretty graphic for a Marvel movie. Like, you don't usually wouldn't see some shit like that.
No, I think they're getting a little bit.
They're
More.
getting-
We saw Thor behead Thanos.
That's true. Thor did behead Thanos.
And it wasn't even an off screen decapitation. He straight
No.
clean cut his head off.
He did, and that bitch rolled.
Yeah, they had no problem showing that.
That's very true. Forgot about that.
They get a little dark and gloomy here and there, but
Yeah, but if they got to do right by Blade though.
right.
They got to do right by that. That's
It's
just
gotta
gonna be so.
scary.
That's just
You
gonna be so
can't-
dope.
I hope because you can't you can't fuck with Blade on a Disney level.
Is is Blade really the first black superhero in Marvel? I was watching something or I was reading something where it said that.
I don't know if he's the first black superhero in Marvel, but I know he is the first he's the first black superhero to get his own movie. Like,
Oh, yeah.
because I remember when Black Panther was coming out, everybody was saying, "Oh, it's the first time like a blockbuster movie with a black superhero." And then I saw a
But
poster
motherfuckers
of
forgot
Blade,
about Wesley.
and it was a picture of Blade, and it was like, "Am I a joke to you?" Man's
Those
had his
movies are
own
good,
trilogy.
too.
Yeah.
The
Yup.
movies were good. 1 and 2 were
And it-
good, and then
and
3 was a
actually-
little.
3 is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Is it?
Because okay, I will tell you this again. This is like one of those like you find something out behind the scenes and it makes you because the thing makes me enjoy the movie a little bit better. So the first thing is that because of Blade Trinity, Ryan Reynolds got the Deadpool role
He was fantastic in that movie.
because of whoever watched that movie saw him in that and then offered him
Being a
Deadpool.
smart ass,
Yes.
badass. Yeah.
So that role was the reason somebody looked at Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool. And then they botched
Love
it
that.
and then they redeemed it, but whatever. The other funny thing is that all that banter between him and Wesley in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
that's real. Like, I'm fucking with you and I really hate you. Like, Wesley
Didn't like Ryan Reynolds?
He tried to get him fired several times. Like,
Really?
wouldn't come out of the trailer sometimes. Like, I would read shit about him, like, not even coming out of the trailer to work with. Like, I'm done working with this motherfucker. type shit, like wanting to fight him.
That's Ryan Reynolds fresh off like waiting
So,
and
like,
shit, where he's still goofy as fuck.
So he's over here like just running his fucking mouth during the whole, like, production,
fucking with Wesley Snipes,
and Wes, from all accounts that I've heard, he's a method actor.
Yeah.
So he's like in character, like trying to stay in character, and Ryan Reynolds is like fucking off, going off script, like doing all this shit. And
I might have to watch that one.
Off. So the shit that it's real. Like, he really, like, some of the looks he gives him.
Yo,
it's not Wes acting. It's really Wes like thinking, I'm gonna kick this motherfucker's ass.
I gotta figure out a way to watch these. Hold on, let me take a little gander. Now I kind of want to watch them.
Just sit and watch Blade Trinity. It's a D-. It just doesn't work. But if you know what they went through to get that movie made, it is an A+. The fact that movie exists puts it above Citizen Kane. The fact that they, with all the craziness that went down, we were in Vancouver and Wesley Snipes was going crazy and he wouldn't come out of his trailer, and you'd walk by his trailer and this wall of pot stench would just like, whoa, and kind of push you to the side. And then he would only answer to the name Blade. You couldn't.
I think they're all on HBO, actually.
If they're all on HBO, that's a steal.
I think the whole trilogy is on HBO right now.
That's what's up if it is. Played HBO Max? Watch Blade, stream movies, HBO Max. Fuck yeah, bud.
That is.
Watching that. And I don't even like scary movies, but I'm watching that one.
I mean, like, Triple H is in it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Fucking Patton Oswalt is in it. They got some funny ass fights, like some funny scenes in that movie. The RZA did the album. Like, low key, Blade Trinity was a fun movie. Jessica Biel was at her finest.
Whoo! I love me some Jessica Biel. Man, when they show her booty and Chuck, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
It's a good movie.
That scene, Bush had a little jiggle on it. I was like, ah! Yep. It moves.
It's real.
Fat, 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 fat. Only real ones know what that fat means.
Your kid's back.
Oh, that's me. I'm just masturbating.
What?
Oh, shit.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. And then
they
that movie too, like, it just, to me, it has one of the funniest Wesley Snipes moments in the movie. And I don't know if it was improv or if it was that's how he was supposed to deliver it, but the way he delivers the line, they're like interrogating somebody to get more information, and they're up on top of a roof. And the guy was like, well, I'm not going to say anything because they'll kill me. And Blade was like, kill you? Motherfucker, I kill you. And he grabs him and just like dangles him up off the building. And it's not a funny line, but the way that he says it and the way that he like cocks his head while he's saying it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Blade's from the hood. Like the way that he just did it, like the way he just like cocks his head and just suns him basically.
Can't tell you, they'll kill me.
Kill you, motherfucker, I'll kill you. I'll just enjoy it better.
Damn, man, I want to watch these.
They're good movies, man.
2 hours. The first one is 2 hours?
Yeah. You switch up. What you thinking on the Loki finale? Episode 5, and then the finale.
Episode 5.
So we get Elias.
Got alive. Everything it touches. Everything the light touches. Oh.
We
Got
alive,
Mufasa coming through the skies.
Right. Had all the various Lokis. That was fun. Episode 5 was a very good, very fun episode.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun too. And Loki got to see himself on the outside of him, like from the outside looking in.
Like,
and he realized just like he's like, I'm exhausted. Like, I exhaust myself. He finally gets to see like how they all deceive each other, and he's just like, ugh. Like when he was standing in the corner.
Yeah,
when everybody was deceiving each other, deceiving each other. Oh my god, turning on each other. That shit had me cracking up. He was like, ugh.
Richard E. Grant getting it in.
Man.
That whole, And now we're going to get the Kang reveal.
Yeah,
at least
I
I
think
believe
so.
I believe so.
You're still on that wagon, huh?
I'm all on Kang's wang, bro.
I think it's too early.
Kang gonna let his nuts hang.
Yeah, that's gonna be about as much as you see of Kang in this episode.
I'm okay with that.
Him getting out of the bed.
If I just get an ass shot or some Kang wang, fine. Just confirm it. Just confirm it. If you can let the Hulk walk through the room butt naked.
This is true. You could. You could definitely.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Hulk did.
I mean, if I lived in a castle at the end of time,
yeah,
why would I wear clothes?
True.
Who the fuck's coming to my house?
But why would he be at the end of time? Because that part I don't get. He just lives there, so he's the one that's making up. Well, he's the one making the whole timeline.
Yeah, he's Kang the Conqueror. He's conquered. That's because. Okay, so shout out to MT over at New Rockstars because he pointed out. So I was watching one of their episodes, one of their Loki after shows, and he had pointed out how Marvel has made the point of introducing this character as Kang the Conqueror. So Marvel made the big point. They didn't call it. They're not calling him Nathaniel Richards. They're not just calling him Kang. He's Kang the Conqueror, which to again bring it back to this gentleman MT's point, that would imply that he's conquered something. What could be bigger than conquering time itself? Especially when that's what he is in the comics. He's a time traveling conqueror. I mean, his Chronopolis is literally made up of various artifacts that he's taken throughout time.
Okay.
And so Chronopolis, why couldn't Chronopolis be stationed at the end of time?
I don't know.
Who do you think it is?
If it's not the timekeepers, so the timekeepers aren't real at all, but they're real in the comics.
I told you, bro, you got duped. They're not even really, I mean, they're real in the comics, but they're made by by He Who Remains in order to watch over the TVA.
Right.
You know, so they are puppets in a sense.
So why can't it be He Who Remains?
It could be. It very well could be.
It very much could be. It's just the voice.
A lot of people. There was a lot of rumors that Richard E. Grant, the gentleman who played classic Loki, was going to be He Who Remains when it was announced that he was cast.
Like an all-wise Loki that finally learned how to.
Mm-hmm. And I saw
learned everything. Because his abilities are super strong. His powers are so strong.
Well, and I was deep diving on, Twitter, diving through the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw somebody was like, what if the TVA dude or what if classic Loki knows something or is working for, and it's just playing along because that's the Loki. He's playing the long con because he's already told the story. He's already told a story about how he conned everybody and got away from the Mad Titan himself and floated away in debris and yada yada yada. So like, who's to say that maybe that just was a whole puppet show between him and Eliath and him disappearing? Maybe that wasn't actually him. Maybe that was
and Loki Lokis are good at playing the long game.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he was imprisoned in a tree. Like Loki's true origin was imprisoned in a tree, bro. Like,
yeah, man. So like, he's in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
They don't die. They survive. They always have a plan. So, like, to me, like, I think it's Kang. I'm tugging hard on the Kang Wang. Pulling hard for Kang, but
pulling it.
I'm just saying, like, it might, if they pull a Loki, it is Loki. I'll call it lazy, but I won't be mad about it because it's
Loki.
It falls in line, and then it gives purpose to a season 2.
Yeah.
So like, I'll buy it. I'm not going to be happy about it. It's like buying a new Madden. It's like buying a new Madden. It's like, yeah, I know I'm paying $65 for a roster update, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not buying this year's Madden. I've seen the
biggest crime in history, and it happens every year.
The biggest highway robbery,
seriously,
in American history happens once a year.
Ugh.
And it's the Madden release date.
Madden. They just, yeah.
It's a crime.
Don't get me started on it. But yeah, all right. I like that. I don't know. I just don't know if I'm ready for Kang yet. I think.
Why are you not?
I don't know much. Because I don't know much about him, and I try to read some of his origin, and it was mad boring.
You're mad boring. He is mad boring. He's boring as fuck.
I'm just like, it's hard. Maybe he'll be cool in the MCU. Like in the MCU.
I like Kang, though. He is cool. Like his character.
I mean, he's super powerful, but like he just jumps through timelines. Yeah, like he's. I don't know, man.
He don't give you a wiggle on your Kang Wang?
Nah, my diggle don't jiggle, it feels like. And that feels weird for me. It doesn't get me going.
Your Wang don't thang for the Kang?
It sure don't.
That thang
dormant.
Thanging.
Motherfucker, Team Flaccid for real. Flaccid. Team Flaccid. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that's just what it is. I don't have, I don't know enough details about him as a character, like within the comic book realm.
I think he's powerful enough. I think he could be.
He's mad powerful. From what I hear is he's powerful. Everything that I hear. I listened to Secret Wars again today. I'm on chapter 2. I was listening to that. It was good.
He gets clapped in that though, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's what it's gonna sound like.
But that's because Dr. Doom. If it's Dr.
When do we get Dr. Doom? When do we get Dr. Doom?
That's why I don't think it's Dr. Doom, because they haven't even announced a release date for Fantastic Four. We haven't even gotten a fucking name yet. Like it's just we just know that it's just it's just the 4. It's just the symbol. So like there's no name. We haven't gotten any like casting rumors. Nothing. All we know is that they're going forward with the Fantastic Four at some point.
The villain has to be
Dr.
strong.
Doom in first. Yeah, and I think
the villain. I'm a big proponent of that. Like the villain has to be strong, and like I like where they're likable, or not likable, but like understandable, but also like understandably villainous. You know what I mean?
So,
Like they
I
have
think
purpose.
if
I
I
like that type
ran,
of shit.
if I sat at the table and was doing them things,
Yep.
I would suggest Kang, Kang a la Ultron, Doctor Doom a la Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Like not necessarily doing Kang like Ultron and giving him just one movie and one off, but more so him being a powerful stepping stone, handing out that ass whooping, making him question everything, tearing the new Avengers apart, the young Avengers apart,
Mm-hmm.
ripping shit out from the inside out, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, you thought Kang was that dude, and then Doom comes in. Because they got to build up to the Fantastic. We got so much shit coming before the Fantastic Four.
So true. So true.
And Doctor Doom is the shit.
I like Doctor Doom so much.
They gotta build him and make
From
him. I would
from
love
everything
to
I've
have,
read in the comics about him to the fucking Marvel verse Capcom Infinite too.
Doctor Doom is that dude.
What's his fucking
Doctor
thing
Doom
that he
is
says?
that fucking dude.
Where he fucking you jump up and then you fucking DDD on the top of their melon top, like down kick them. What's it called? Oh, that's gonna bother me. I gotta look it up.
The last thing I wanted to leave it on too was what do you think of What If?
I can't wait for that series. I cannot wait for that series. When does it drop?
August 11th.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't wait. I really can't wait for that. I think they're gonna be super fun shorts, like shorts type of things.
Yeah.
Which can
Well, you saw the trailer.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen the trailer. But I haven't seen it for a while. I've seen like the first thing that they came out with.
But
It's
not
on
the one that just came out like 2 days ago?
No. The only thing that I've seen was the when they were talking about when they were talking about it. You know what I mean? Like when they were releasing it all. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Now I'm even more pumped for it. Damn, that looks good. A Rabaja never flies solo. That shit was sick.
That's his last role.
Dang.
He did his voice. He did his voice for T'Challa one more time.
Fuck yeah! I can't wait for that.
So like, think about that, man. Like, so Killmonger saves Tony Stark, so he might not
Super
have ever
dope.
became Iron Man.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
And
man, the What If series are gonna be fun,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit.
Where's Steve Rogers?
That's what I want. Well, there's an episode where he's a zombie.
If she's Captain Carter.
Bro, I'm so excited. I'm so hyped.
Ravaja never flies solo.
And that's 5 days after Suicide Squad. Be rolling it out.
It's 5 days after Suicide Squad. Damn, that's coming up too.
Yep. We're in there. I'm
It's
so
too
excited
much.
for Suicide Squad. I'm so excited.
Grab it for Boogie.
I'm there for King.
I'm
Shark
not ready for
and
it.
Polka
It
Dot
looks
Man.
weird. It looks weird. I'm not
What?
excited for it. I'm
Really?
not excited, bro. Yep, I'm not excited. I'm be honest with you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Really?
Yeah, it looks too
Even though
weird
it's-
for me.
Even though it's James Gunn, it's basically Guardians of the Galaxy with DC. You're not excited for Idris Elba
No,
putting kryptonite bullets in Superman?
no.
King Shark eating people? Peacemaker eating bags of dicks.
It just looks like chaos.
That's what it's supposed to be. That's literally. Have you ever read a
I
Suicide
know.
Squad comic? That's literally what
No.
it is. It is literally
I've-
page turning chaos.
Yeah, I've
It's
never
just
read a
fucking
comic.
people dying left and right. That's all this is gonna be. This is literally them just going, fuck all. We're gonna throw. This was Warner Brothers' middle finger to Disney and woke culture. This is what I'm fucking excited for, because this movie happened because James Gunn got fired from Disney.
Okay.
This was when all those tweets resurfaced from James Gunn from like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, about
And everybody
humor,
was like, "Oh,
his dark humor."
Yeah, oh, how could you?" So Disney effectively fired him, and Warner Brothers was like, "Yo,
Snatch. Here's a bag or two.
Somebody tell him he can do whatever fucking movie he wants. We'll give him whatever characters he wants, and he can do whatever movie he wants." He's like, "I want to do the Suicide Squad, and I'm gonna completely revamp it. It's not a sequel; it's a revamp, and we're gonna just kill a fuck." Dude, Captain Boomerang is gonna die in the first like 20 minutes. He's gone.
So Idris is Deadshot, right?
No, Bloodsport.
Ooh, what's that? Who's that?
Bloodsport is famous for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet. As per the comics as well. He shoots Superman with a kryptonite bullet given to him by Lex Luthor. Dude's
I've never heard of
badass.
Bloodsport.
That's the thing. He's gonna take all the characters that nobody fucking knows about and make them household names again. Just like he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody fucking knew who Star-Lord and Groot.
I had no idea.
Nobody knew. And now look, you got a fucking Groot poster.
Fucking right, I do.
And by the
Well, it's
end
really
of
Christina's.
And by the end of Suicide Squad, you're gonna be on your phone looking for a King Shark pop.
Absolutely not. I don't see it.
I promise you.
Yeah, we barely talked about Loki though. All right.
Because the episode's tomorrow.
I know. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I feel like we missed our opportunity for a reaction to episode
Yeah.
1, but I'm excited
It's
for this finale. I feel like either way, I won't be disappointed. Unless they don't show us. If they just absolutely blue ball us and don't show us the head of the TVA at the end of the season finale,
Yeah.
I might kick this desk over. But that remains to be seen.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be a good one. I think it'll be good. The last one was good too. Like Sylvie is so fucking smart, man. Like even though she figured it out like kind of on a whim when she was running through it and it kind of touched her. She touched it and she could,
they touched
enchant
each other
it.
and found
Yeah, they touched each other and she could enchant.
the heartbeat.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty crazy. I was like, that's pretty cool the way they, made it so subtle, but very important to the flow of the show. Because they have this being. They have this being that is essentially indestructible, and for her to find out, that it's just a guard dog is pretty sick. And the way that she did it was just like
touching it.
Yeah, but like it was like she was running for her life. It wasn't like she was trying to enchant it. She was running for her fucking life, trying to part the fucking alliance clouds like the Red Sea, and then she just so happened to enchant it in that moment. That shit was so cool, I thought. So I can't wait. Can't wait for it. Now she taught Loki how to enchant too. Mm-hmm. Dope.
Yep. Loki's so smooth with it, bro.
What you mean?
Bro, they're frost giants. Oh, I'm cold.
Oh. Oh my God.
Man's is a frost giant.
He ain't never
They don't
get cold. That nigga don't feel the winter.
Nah, and he said, let me just conjure a little blanket real quick.
Yeah. He is smooth.
He's smooth with it.
Smooth as hell. He's trying to stay with Shorty.
Yep.
He's trying to kick it with her. You could tell in her face though, she's like, nah, nigga, like, I'm cool. You think she's gonna die, right?
I just think so. I think you're gonna piss too many people off, and not as awesome as she is. I don't think her character has a strong enough, like, to where you could kill off Tom Hiddleston's Loki.
But again, this is what we were talking about. You're treating it like it's Game of Thrones and somebody must die. Somebody's got to go. Why does anybody have to go?
Because Disney right now is loving breaking our hearts. They're loving it. Phase 4 is all about heartbreak.
All right.
It really is, bro. I mean, we had to deal with the only uplifting Phase 4 movie so far has been Black Widow. And even if you look at that, there's still a cloud over it because she dies in the end of all of it anyway.
Yeah.
And then
she kicked it off, if anything.
Right. And then you
had Tony.
You had WandaVision. Sad as fuck. Sad. Vision doesn't make it. He gone.
Nah, Vision is out. White Vision is gone. He's probably in California somewhere, like you said.
Yeah,
comics.
But what is he? I mean, are we gonna get him back? Paul Bettany says he doesn't have a contract with Marvel right now.
Oh.
So, like, okay.
See, you know all this inside information.
And then you had the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which ended happy, but somebody had to die. I mean, I'm just saying.
They killed my girl Morgan, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm just saying.
She didn't deserve to die. I'll be honest with you. If I can keep it a buck, she didn't deserve it.
But she had to, because she went too far. And in the logic of movies, once those villains go too far, they have to die.
She was just doing what was necessary.
Yeah, but she was willing to kill a lot of fucking people.
I know. She's fucking nuts. She's nuts.
So
she wasn't playing with a full deck.
And so, like, that's the other thing. So to fall back on the Black Widow thing, just kind of just jump back to that really quick. Like, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier showed that you can retcon a good male character, male villain, gender swap it, switch the story a little bit, keep the theme of the character, and still have a powerful character for us to latch onto.
Yeah,
because they took the character of Carl Morgenthau and made it Carly Morgenthau.
Yep.
And made the Flag Smashers just a group. And they gave her a purposeful backstory. Even when they had to go back and change the backstory and edit it and make it look a little wonky, they still gave her a sense of purpose to the character that you could fucking latch onto, and you didn't mind that they made that switch within the character.
Right. Yeah.
So it can be done.
It's like they fumble at like the 3-yard line every time, but then they get it right sometimes. You know.
It's like they had Marshawn at the 1, and
they said, "Hey, we're gonna throw it. Let's throw a slant."
Yeah, not a good idea. That's it. Black Widow was the slant on the 1-yard line when you had Marshawn.
You're so stupid. You're so stupid.
Oh no!
All right, so Black Widow. How many nugs do you give it?
man, I mean, I give it 6 out of 10.
Okay. Is it Kush?
Kush is a strong word.
It's a strong strain.
It's
Oh shit.
I wouldn't call it Kush, but I'd call it my reserves, maybe. Not the mids,
Oh no.
but maybe the reserves. Like that's not necessarily.
If it's on TV, I'll watch it. I'm not gonna go out my way to put it on though, type of movie.
Yeah, like if you told me you had the entire MCU on to stream, that's not going to be my first pick.
Yeah.
But if I'm like picking through and all of a sudden I'm striking out and for whatever reason those movies aren't streaming or the disc on the Blu-ray is scratched, sure, I'll throw in Black Widow.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's cool. That's fine.
What do you give it?
I was gonna go out of 5 and do like give it a 4. It was a good
so
4.
So like an 8 out of 10?
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool. The action was good. It was nonstop. It seemed like they were nonstop fighting. If she wasn't fighting Task,
awesome.
Yeah, if she wasn't fighting Taskmaster, she was fighting her sister. She wasn't fighting her sister. She's fighting the Red Room bitches.
Yeah,
if she was not, the women. Sorry, if she's not fighting,
Look, I'm just saying, like I don't think in a vacuum it was a bad movie. I think it was just an ill-timed movie.
It was good family. It had a lot of family in there.
Yeah, and I think they just did incredible disservice to a great character. You know what I mean? It was like Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
You know, like, wow, you took the Mandarin and did that to him? Like, why would you do that? Why did you do that? You had the character in place. Just fucking go with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of felt that way to me. That's why it suffers.
What else? I don't like how they did Taskmaster. That really fucked me up, and that's why I think it takes a bigger hit for me. I think that's where
I think I'm gonna take it.
I didn't like it.
Taskmaster.
Yeah. A moment of silence for that character.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, that really fucked it up for me because I do enjoy that character a lot in the comics.
And so, like, here's my other thing too: is that I feel bad for that actress because she's gonna get shit on.
Yeah.
And none of this is her fault. She was literally a stand-in. Like, you took that role away from her too, by all accounts.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think after you finding out like that shit that you just told me, where it was a dude doing all the all the fighting, and they really only like posted her face or whatever he said on the body or some shit like that, right? They masked it. Yeah. Let's see what else.
What if coming up? I'll give Black Widow. Yeah, I give Black Widow 6
I'll give it
out of
8.
10, man. Okay.
I'll give it 8. And then Loki. You think somebody has to go? I don't think that.
You think we're gonna get these two just skipping and holding hands through season 2?
Yeah. I think we see Moby on his jet ski. I think we get that.
See, I think you're missing the key line in this entire series, bro.
No, I'm not.
Mobius delivered the key line in this movie, in this TV show.
What? What did he say?
Lokis are destined to lose. And at the same time,
but he doesn't believe that anymore.
They are destined to show themselves, what was it? Bring out the betterment in everybody else.
But he said that. But he said it though.
Is going to lose.
No,
bringing
I don't
out
think
the
so.
better in the other Loki.
So. Because he said something to him. What did he say? Pretty much on the sentiment that you're not this and you don't have to be this. You can do this. After he realized that the TVA was bullshit and that that the propaganda was broke. Like you make your own decisions. The TVA was just plucking people out because they felt the need to or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he kind of corrects himself after that, in a sense.
I think that's still
I don't think he's destined. I don't think he's destined to lose.
I think he's destined to.
He gets quite a bit of dubs throughout the MCU.
What dubs does he get through the MCU?
When he got knocked out of the Bifrost, he went and landed in a place where he survived the best. That's a dub. He was kicking it with the Grandmaster. That's a dub. He had a good life there. Dub. And he ruined it because he was.
Bro, have you watched Thor Ragnarok? The Grandmaster was terrified
not for a while.
His fucking life.
Not for a while.
The Grandmaster.
I haven't for a while.
Loki takes no dubs.
Loki, and then what else? He,
I haven't counted a single dub yet.
I haven't, but hanging with the Grandmaster was a dub.
That was not a dub.
He landed in a shit place, and he thrived. What else? I'm trying to think. He was in jail in the second one. That's right.
Mm-hmm. When his mom died. Led the horse to his mom's death.
That's true.
Gets his ass handed to him in the Avengers.
Well, he can. You just watch. It's turning around for Loki.
This is what you said about the TVA. No, not TVA.
It's turning around. It's turning around.
They're a
for
good
Loki,
organization.
Bro. They're trustworthy. No, they own some shit. They're dirty as fuck. They're dirty. So, damn.
I'm just saying, something's gonna happen. If somebody doesn't die, somebody's gonna disappear. I don't think we're gonna get these two hop skipping through the yellow brick road in season 2. That's not how this shit. That's not how this shit works.
It's happening.
If this was a limited series, I would be 100% on the page that they do a little dance, make a little love.
Yep.
Smack on that Kang Wang.
And then
save the TVA, save the timeline. Create a Nexus boner. Spray Loki baby variants all over the place.
Yeah.
Like Starro spraying his starfish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for it.
Which I just learned about.
But it's not a limited series. We're getting season drugs. 2. We're getting season 2. When was the last time you watched a TV show that was like this, that was a drama / comedy, but heavy on the drama?
Yeah.
That you watched that the season that that wasn't a series finale, a season finale that ended on like a happy note. That you were like, oh yeah, that was satisfying. Woohoo.
All right, you might got me on that. I can't think right now.
I'm just saying, if it was the finale, like the series finale, yes, I would be all for Loki getting a happy ending. And I'm all for him getting a happy ending. I just don't see it with us getting season 2.
All right. I guess we'll have to wait to see. I'm excited. Either way.
And I just feel like we're in for another reality check. Like Loki got an ass whooping, got a harsh reality check when he arrived to the TVA. But now things are kind of going his Loki-ish way again.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's just going to get
There's
smacked
ebbs
in
and
the face.
flows in Loki's life.
Yes.
Lots of them.
And I feel like this is just going to be an Anderson Silva front kick
I
to the
bet
face.
anything show 4 hit or show 6 hits like show 4. Episode 4.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be mad as fuck that it's over. That's why like I'm not ready for this, cuz I know that I'm going to be sitting there and I'm going to have to wait another year and a half for season 2.
Yeah.
And by then my kids will be grown. And they'll think I'm
talking.
weird for watching this shit.
Talking shit. Austin, you around.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit. That episode is what? Tomorrow? For us?
Tomorrow.
We will see y'all shortly for that one. Cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Me neither.
You got anything to add?
Taskmaster needs redemption.
Yes, it does. It can only be one Taskmaster.
She needs redemption.
And that's Tony Masters. So, can't believe it. I'm still. When they took the fucking helmet off and it was Shorty, it looked. I was like, look, Christina's Deadpool. Burnt face. I was like, oh shit.
I thought it looked like
There it is.
I thought it looked like a bad Two-Face cosplay.
Yeah, and then like the burn wasn't even look. It didn't even look right.
For having the bomb blow off in her face, it didn't look like.
And that's all it did?
Damage.
Should have looked like Two-Face.
Even worse, bro. Should have
Way worse. Way worse.
Boom. Like that.
Way worse.
Like it should have been her skull, like as in the Taskmaster.
Bro, yeah.
She opened up her book bag and a bomb went off that leveled an entire building. If she survived, her face should have been blown all the way the fuck back. Not just looking like somebody took an iron to it.
That's it, bro.
You sure? Are you sure?
And didn't even put it all the way on. Didn't even put it all the way on. They just let the steam burner for hours. Just days on end. It was just that hitting her face. It looked all wet and shit. I was like, ugh. Put it on. Put it back on. Don't nobody want to see that.
You still want to keep your 8 out of 10?
All right, for that, 7 out of 10. It drops to a 7. Because it didn't make sense. Like the bomb went off and took out a whole block or two. And she's the one that triggered it.
And that's all that happened. And it's inexplicable how her dad was in the room and he has absolutely no scars. Dude looks the exact same.
None
he
whatsoever.
Looks the exact fucking same. Like, how did you survive that fire, that big fucking explosion, buildings collapsing on you? Like, are you meaning to tell me that you escaped that whole thing without? Okay, then I'm gonna need a scene. I'm gonna need a scene on that because how the fuck did that happen?
Lazy writing.
I'm just saying, you shoehorned in a movie because you felt bad that you dragged a badass character around like a sidekick. She became beloved. You made us fucking mourn her death along with all the other Avengers, and then you fucking shoehorned in this movie. That's all.
Yep.
That's my closing statement, Your Honor.
All right. We'll end on that then. Because I just got all riled up thinking about it. Just pissed me off. It's been another episode of Jump to Hyperspace.
I told you.
With your co-pilots, Jake and Ant. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. You know the vibes. We truly do appreciate it. And, you'll see us back soon. Peace.
Bye.